What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King, aka first name Rage, last name is him. Back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rebel Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got, in my opinion, is some very good news, considering everybody involved in the gaming community, no matter what game you play, no matter what genre of game you play. I believe that this information right here that you see on your screen, no, it ain't no optical illusion, ain't no black magic, ain't no Photoshop. This is the real deal, Holyfield and real spiel. GameInformer magazine is officially back. Now, for those that's been rocking with me for a little bit, I did a video not too long ago about GameInformer being shut down and how I thought that that was a bad look for the video game community altogether. And now, a few short months later, GameInformer is officially back. So right here we got an article giving us the details on why they're back and all the things that we can look forward to with GameInformer magazine. So without further ado, I'm going to stop running my trap and it's time to read and react. Let's get it. GameInformer is back and the whole team is returning with it thanks to a new owner. Neil, forgive me if I butchered his name, Blomkamp's video game studio. Continue. A little over half a year after GameStop shut it down in August 2024, GameInformer is officially back and the whole team is returning with it. In a letter from the editor by GameInformer editor-in-chief Matt Miller, it is revealed that Gunzilla Games secured the rights to GameInformer from GameStop, and that it is planning to bring back not only the editorial team but production and beyond, and that is excellent news. For those that have not grown up on GameInformer like I have, when you want to talk about you wanted the latest and greatest on games, you know, codes, things to look out for, games to come, correct ratings on games in the past and the present, and the games to look forward to in the future. Back in the day, I know we got the internet now, but back in the day, and I would even say even to this day, GameInformer was one of those go-to spots, at least for Rage King. You understand what I'm saying? When you got GameInformer, it does exactly what the magazine is titled. It informs you on everything video games. We ain't have to worry about none of that political BS, none of that. It just gave you straight, raw gaming content, straight, raw gaming information. And I think that this is an excellent move. So shout out to Gunzilla Games for doing so, man. Let's continue. For those unfamiliar, Gunzilla Games is the game developer and publisher behind the free-to-play extraction battle royale game called Off the Grid, which is now in early access. It is also the developer behind GunZ, the Layer 1 blockchain ecosystem powering community-driven economy in AAA games, including Off the Grid. Additionally, District 9 and Chappie director Neil Blomkamp is part of the team as Gunzilla's chief creative officer and co-founder. Here's the tweet right here from GameInformer themselves. GameInformer is back, the entire team is returning, and we can't wait to reconnect. Come join us to celebrate the best in games, the people who make games, and the people who play games from around the world. So they also would interview, to go back to my earlier point, they would also be the guys that would be interviewing all the game developers, all the head designers, all the people involved with the newest and latest in games. These were the guys that pretty much got the job done, at least with me, in my opinion. Y'all let me know if y'all felt any different about it, but in my opinion, GameInformer, again, was the go-to magazine if you wanted to get anything video games, man. If you wanted to get behind the scenes, see how the game is made, see what they got planned, to see why they did certain things, GameInformer was the magazine to go to. Let's continue. Furthermore, Miller shared that the new owners insisted on the idea of GameInformer remaining an independent editorial outlet. They felt just as strongly as our team did that the only path forward was with an editorial group that made 100% of the decisions around what we cover and how we do so, without any influence from them or anyone else. And again, just to reiterate, it wasn't no BS with them. These were the guys. And it's so crazy because now you look at gaming now as compared to 10 to 20 years ago. Back then, game developers and gaming studios weren't afraid to speak to the people. Now it seems like so many of them they just feel like they're so above the same people they're gonna ask money from, which I think is pretty ridiculous in my opinion. If you have nothing to hide, then why not share what you got going on? You understand what I'm saying? The only reason why you don't want to share what's going on is because you got something to hide. And Game Informer will get the nitty and the gritty. They will get down to every last detail that they possibly could to make sure that if you spent money on the game that you're looking forward to, you got all the information that you needed. So I'm glad they're back. To that end, Game Informer is now operating under a new entity called Game Informer Incorporated, and over the 30-year history of the website has returned after being shut off in August of last year. The team also chose to not leave a gap in their coverage, so they have dozens of new reviews from games that were released during Game Informer's hiatus and their Best of 2024 awards ready to go. And yes, Game Informer's print magazine will also be returning, but at a later date. Miller said the team wants it to be bigger and better than it was before. In the coming weeks, Game Informer will also add membership and subscription benefits and expanded scope to our video, streaming, and feature coverage, and a mission to broaden the range of experts and partnerships we tap to bring you those perspectives. If you are interested, you can create a new Game Informer account to stay up to date with everything happening at the website. It will also earn you early benefits like access to the Game Informer magazine archive, an exclusive weekly newsletter, dark mode, and early bird founder access. And that is the end of the article. So again, y'all, just to cap off the video, I am so happy to see this because this was needed. This was absolutely needed. You know, the gaming community has done nothing but grow. We've had a lot of games that just didn't meet up to expectations. Again, we got a lot of studios that want to hide behind, oh, we can't answer this, we can't talk about that. But with Game Informer, if they come to you, you understand what I'm saying? You turn down them, then you know something's up. But when you open up and explain what you got going on, keep the people informed, let people know what's going on, and you're completely transparent with the projects that you're working on, I just believe that it creates a better environment for gaming altogether. It's not like you're going to sit there and hear a review from this person who's paid off, and then they're going to give you everything that you want to hear, and then you get the game, and then you didn't get anything that you paid for. With Game Informer, we don't have to worry about that. They get about as real as it get. They're a lot nicer when speaking, unlike Rage King, you know, because I don't give a damn. I cuss out anybody. I speak like a sailor. I don't really give a damn. But with Game Informer, they are the guys that if you don't want to hear from people like me, I will go to them because they are a very trusted source. And I am very much looking forward to the return in full force of Game Informer magazine and the website. But that's just my opinion, man. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about the return of Game Informer. As long as y'all remain respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and Rage King will catch you in the next one. Now, hashtag that, enough said. Goodbye.